when you first walk up to a residence like that, you don't see it, you smell it. You smell the odor first, and it pretty much, you hear the dogs barking. You know that there's multiple. And you go into the garage, and when you begin to execute a warrant like that, you never really are prepared for what you see. I can't really explain it. I know that it's horrendous. I know the first time we walked on property, and the first batch of dogs that were removed that needed imminent care, everybody, the stench, I guess the stench is how you, it's not even ammonia, it's not even, it's not feces, it's nothing that you can actually describe. It is just a horrendous stench.
Yeah, she's okay, yeah.
The original condition of the dogs has been urine burns and scalds. They were covered in feces, covered in urine. Their coats were not dry at any time. They were soaking wet. We attempted to groom them. I know we had several people helping out the first night with the first batch of dogs to try to groom them and alleviate some of the pain that they were in. We washed and dried and clipped, and we've got long-haired Pomeranians that now look like short-haired Chihuahuas. I mean, everything has to be clipped, and everything has been alleviated of their feces that they were living in squalor, covered from head to toe.
Okay. Let's wait here.
This is something that we weren't actually typically prepared for. I don't think anybody prepares for this. I don't think that you can prepare for what you're going to see and how you're going to have to, because we are a small rural facility. We have 6 to 8 working functional kennels, and we are now housing approximately 40 dogs. These dogs are very social for what they have gone through for living in a tiny 2x2 crate, and after the grooming, you know, nobody got bit. It seemed like every one of those dogs were apathetic. They just appreciated everything that we've done thus far, and I cannot wait to see what they're like later on. Hopefully we can get them in a home. At this point, we know that while they're in our care, they're going to be taken care of very well. They're going to be treated like animals and pets instead of livestock. And again, I will reiterate that I have livestock that has been cleaner than these. There's nothing that you can gain off of this more than money. There is a demand. Until you stop the demand for these so-called designer dogs, this suffering continues and continues and continues, and it doesn't stop. The education has to be out there.
These dogs suffered?
They suffered horrendously. The second batch, I mean, even though they look horrible, the second batch is not anything compared to the first batch. The first batch was horrendous. It brought me to tears.